Sean Diddy Combs never sexually assaulted anyone, lawyers insist as their client, accused of assaulting 16-year-old boy in latest lawsuits. Their client has supposedly paid out around $30 million last year to ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura to briskly end her assault and abuse suit. And Sean Combs was been caught on video beating the crap out of the singer in 2016 in an LA hotel. Yet, with half a dozen new lawsuits filed today, the presently incarcerated I Need a Girl performer's lawyers insist Combs is innocent of past and present claims of assault. In fact, with claims of Combs assaulting a 16-year-old boy in 1998, now in the federal docket, the attorneys of the once media-savvy, disgraced mogul are hoping to flip the attention onto the Houston lawyer representing the 4 men and 2 women who just filed their own actions, and the nearly 100 more Tony Busby says are to come. The press conference and 1-800 number that preceded today's barrage of filings were clear attempts to garner publicity. Combs' legal team said to Deadline this evening, hours after the 6 new suits were handed over to the federal courts in New York. Mr. Combs and his legal team have full confidence in the facts, their legal defenses, and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. Texas lawyer Busby has said he intends to file other cases against Combs and other over the next several weeks. That is in addition to the nearly 20 other civil cases and the criminal charges of sex, trafficking and more from the feds Combs is fighting, the latter of which has a sentence of life behind bars if found. Currently locked up, Combs is found guilty for the first time in all the accusations against Sean Diddy Combs. The incarcerated one-time music mogul is now facing claims of sexually assaulting a male minor. In total, today saw Texas lawyer Tony Busby start make good on his pledge of last week to file cases for around 120 alleged victims of the last night performer, with 6 new actions for 4 John Does and 2 Jane Does of the half a dozen plaintiffs for Combs' accused actions between 1995 and 2021 filed in federal court in New York under the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act. One of them was a 19-year-old female and one was a 16-year-old boy, in an MO that has occurred in previous suits against Combs. The action from the now 42-year-old North Carolina resident says that the rapper demanded the plaintiff drop his pants at a 1998 white party in the Hamptons. Combs then supposedly grabbed John Doe's genitals with his hand and commenced squeezing and feeling the teen's privates. Afterwards, again as has appeared over and over in the allegations, there were promises to assist the victim with a career in the music industry if they stayed quiet. In one truly vile incident that allegedly occurred in Macy's main NYC store in May 2008, Combs is said to have forced an employee of clothing brand Echo to perform oral sex on him as a form of punishment for being with a clothing company that competed with the musician's own Sean Jean. Right after the assault, Combs supposedly went out on the flagship floor to hand out Sean Jean products to adoring fans, while his male victim was fired soon afterwards after complaining to Macy's and Echo about what happened to him. We will let the allegations in the filed complaints speak for themselves, and will work to see that justice is done, Busby said today of the 6 new lawsuits and the vivid claims in them. We expect to be filing many more cases over the next several weeks, naming Mr. Combs and others as defendants as we continue to gather evidence and prepare the filings. In terms familiar to past Combs accusations, the opening of one of the suits filed Monday in the Southern District of New York is pretty clear on what this is all about. Defendant Sean Combs routinely recruited individuals to parties, drugged them, and then sexually exploited them. One of the new filings today begins. The conduct described herein is shockingly typical of defendant Sean Combs. The 20-page document adds, he was aided in this abhorrent conduct by numerous individuals and entities. Sean Combs conducted himself for many years as if he was above the law. He is not. This case seeks both compensatory and punitive damages for sexual assault and pay, facing life in prison if found guilty of the sex, trafficking and others charges he was arrested for on September 16. Combs is currently fighting nearly 20 civil cases as well. While there have been rumors around Combs' heavy-handedness, violence, and more for decades, this all really started when the Bad Boy Records founder was sued by his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura for assault and abuse last November. Combs denied everything, but quickly settled the matter for $30 million. Less than 24 hours later, those denials hit thin ice when a 2016 hotel surveillance video of an almost naked Combs beating Ventura in LA was made public. At the time, Combs offered an apology about his actions depicted in the video. More recently, the video has become part of Combs' latest attempt at gaining pre-trial freedom in his criminal case, with his defense lawyer throwing shade on the Department of Homeland Security for allegedly leaking the tape, something the U.S. Attorney's Office denies, noting DHS never had the video and the Steiny Dodge never knew about it until it appeared in the media. As it stands right now, with a motion for appeal on bail put in the docket last week after two previous failed attempts to spring Combs from Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, with a $50 million bond and home detention. The rapper is set to begin trial on May 5, 2025.